Here comes the dum-dum. Welcome to Nick Cave and the Bad Seed DLC for Dead Cells. I've been saying I wanted to check this out, and I'm gonna check it out. Vinny, do you know how to enter the DLC? Nope! No idea. I guess chat will help. It's in the first area. Okay. Well, hi everybody. I hope you're all live and well and good. I am going to be checking out this game and then Dum Dum. Uh-oh, someone fell asleep. Has Vin ever completed a run before? I believe I've completed one run. Yeah, I think we got one on stream, in fact. But I haven't played this in a while, so I'm gonna be bad at it. Vinny, did you see the Sonic movie yet? Yes. I did. I finally synced it today. And I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. Because it was, pretty enjoyable. Alright. But we're not gonna talk about it right this second. Before I do that... Whoa. Before I do that, I wanna figure out how to get into the DLC area. Vinny, turn down the difficulty. I don't know what that means. Again, it's been too long. What did he see? Parasite? No, I saw High Art. Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a door to level 2? In a minute. No boss stem cells? Oh, I see. So if I get rid of that, then I can go into the DLC area. I'm gonna turn it down. For what? Look for dilapidated arboretum. Okay. Vinny, could you explain the red box photos you've been posting on Twitter? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm aware of a video. And that video was filmed probably about 8 months ago. I'm not giving you the informations. I'm not gonna furnish you with the informations, I'm sorry to say. And see, if I post every day, then people get used to it, and then they're like, where is it? And I don't want that. We can't have that either. Hey, Binyorp, did you get my email? I don't know who you are, but it might be in there. It might be in there somewhere. We're gonna do... Let's do this thing. I don't really love this nutcracker. My email is an unforbidden wasteland sometimes, and, you know, it can be a little difficult. Okay, so this isn't Hades. I cannot play this like Hades. Unforbidden? What does that even mean? That's some, like, really deep shit, I think, if it's unforbidden. Well, that's also a double negative. Unforbidden. Wait, no. It means it's fine if it's unforbidden, right? It's bidden. Oh. Yeah. Alright, so as soon as I figure out how to play Dead Cells, we're gonna have a lot of fun with this run. Yep. I'm still not starting a new game until DMC3 comes out. That is my decision. And then, when I get back from PAX, I will stream other things, but DMC3 will be the only new game I start. Still a little bit of crust. They fixed the Switch version up pretty nicely, but there's like a minor crust. Vine Ryzen? No. What's going on, chat? What happened? Am I not live? Oh, I've been... Chat, I've been live. I had no dropped frames. My frameage has been, like, honestly perfect. So, that's weird that that would happen. That seems to have been on Twitch's end, strangely enough. Anyway, welcome back to the stream. So yeah, DMC3 I'm waiting for. Animal Crossing Direct tomorrow, I will not be streaming. Because I am going to be, I'm gonna be sleeping. So I'm not gonna be streaming 25 minutes of Animal Crossing. I'm going to do a video where I discuss it. Like a live stream, you know, before I stream video games tomorrow, I can talk about it. But I'm not gonna be, last time I did that, I was heavily, whelmed. You know? If it was a 40-minute Nintendo Direct, I'd consider, you know, waking up and, getting out of bed for that, but I'm just gonna go about my day. I have a busy day tomorrow anyway, so I'm probably gonna just, when I stream, I'll have it up, talk about it, and it'll be good. It'll be fun. But, yeah, I can't react to it live. That's, I've been burned once before. There's the sewers. I don't want to go there. But yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to play Dead Cells as I'm talking shit. But I have a couple topics. New, No Man's Sky, where they've added, like, meat chips and a variety of space things to do. They are updating the fuck out of this game still. But yeah, you can grow your own meat chips in this new DLC, it seems, and they added, like, a bunch of new story elements and, you know, quests and all that shit. But the meat chips seem very interesting. So I might have to check that out at some point. So that's one piece of- oh, what's this? Torn up letter. Royal Gardener, with all the respect I owe you, obey your orders or you will find yourself in the stomach of one of the ticks. For all our sakes, this is your last warning. Signed, Commander Cast whatever. Nothing of interest at all, except a key. Oh, I see. This is the first paid DLC for this game. They've been pretty good with the updates just being free. But, you know, this is the first time, I believe, we're paying. I also, from what I understand, am aware that this is a very substantial DLC. Fire Emblem progress, minimal. I don't really have much to speak of right now. Someone said you get 2 new zones and a new first boss, and also there's apparently a ton of new weapons and shit and items, so that's good. That's a good amount of things. Vinny, did you hear that Sony pulled out of PAX East because of the coronavirus? In other news, I won't be shaking anyone's hand at PAX East this year, for unrelated reasons. Yeah, I don't know, that's kind of a weird move on Sony's part. I don't know if... I don't know how I feel about that. People have been spouting conspiracy theories about it. I don't know... First of all, Sony's been rather quiet. They've been very, very quiet lately. There's, I think, 1 confirmed case of coronavirus in Boston. So, I don't know, I mean... I saw a tweet saying it's weird that Sony would do this because it makes every other developer and publisher seem like they're pro-coronavirus, which was a joke, obviously, but at the same time, it's like, well, now I'm fucking really worried. Not really worried, but I'm a little worried. I don't know why I came turning to Mickey Mouse when I said that, but... Vinny, did you hear about Sony's new patent for microtransactions? Suggests you buy things when you're having a difficult time with a game? No. Vinny, yeah, well, never mind. Someone was saying, it's not like I usually get sick at conventions. No, 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 no. Certainly not. That's a misread of the patent. Sony have skipped on every single event for an entire year, and now they're also the only ones worried about coronavirus. Yeah, I mean, you can see why the conspiracy theories about Sony not being ready with their PS5, no games, etc., etc., etc. I don't know. That's a little fucked up, though. If they're saying it's coronavirus that they're worried about and they don't have games. I don't believe that. I really don't believe that, but it's out there. I like these weapons. Did I just get... Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. I didn't realize what I just purchased. Oh, no. I have to, like, relearn this whole game. Alright, you can reforge it? Oh, right. Vinny, you missed a scroll. Shit. Well, I was one away from that. Holy fuck. Bobby outfit? Oh. There's outfits. I don't know what that is. Let's just get it. I'm gonna have to relearn a lot of things. I want to reforge these modifiers, though. Shoots an arrow upward. Fine! Well, that's kind of a shitty one, so I'll do it again. 100% damage to a poison target. I'd need a good synergy with that, but that'll be fine. Definitely gonna need that, considering my, it's been a while. So, yeah, I'll be at PAX East. I'm really going to be swimming in, hand sanitizer, and I hope you understand that I won't be, like, doing, I'm not gonna go out of my way for hugs and handshakes. Like, people sometimes ask for hugs. It's like... I'd prefer not to. You know, because it's especially at a convention where, like, a lot of people get sick. And even shaking hands at this point, I'm probably gonna be a little bit careful about that. Not even just because of fucking coronavirus, which I think is going to be, you know, drastically overstated. But it's a convention that's very easy to get sick at. So, anyway, yeah, well, again, I don't mean to be a hypochondriac, but Sony got me a little worried with that statement, so thanks, Sony. What about elbow bumps? That's fine. Again, if you really want to shake my hand, I'll do it, but I can take a picture or sign something for you instead. I will hand you a brain. I'll give you what's left of mine, which, you know, there isn't much left. Anyway, this is the new area, so this is cool. There's little mushroom lads and stuff. I like that. I'll have more time to react to Dead Cells after I say all the things I want to say. Like, for example, so No Man's Sky, gonna check that out at some point soon-ish. with that new meat ship update. That seems cool. Apparently the Witcher update was really good and does improve the video quality. And also the cloud saves for the Steam version work well. So, man, is that tempting. And what else? So I saw the Sonic movie, and I'd like to give a couple non-spoilery sentences about it. It was above average. It was good. I wanted to puke a couple times with flossing, and also some of the memes, which both made me laugh and made me wince. But overall, I liked the movie. Jim Carrey was great. That's a classic Jim Carrey performance, which is kind of weird considering the dude doesn't even look as old as he is. And he just, you know, it reminds me of when I saw Ace Ventura 2 in the theater. I'm like, wow. It's like one of those Jim Carrey performances. That's kind of cool. Just silly. And I like that. I like silly Jim Carrey. He was surprisingly great as Dr. Robotnik. Now, as you know, I have minimal Sonic knowledge, and that was okay because I didn't need to know very much. I just needed to know who Sonic was, who Dr. Robotnik was, and then the rest was like, whatever. Have fun. I like that it started at, like, a 1. You know, and it just... There's no Big the Cat, Large the Dog, Rogue the Bat, there's no Vinny the Hedgehog, there's no Knuckle, Frog the Echidna, there was no Bob the Panamanian Pomeranian. None of that stuff. There was no John the Hedgehog, Sean the Hedgehog, Lonnie Donegan the Hedgehog. Like, it didn't feel like you could just watch the movie. I thought Ben Schwartz did a good job voicing Sonic, and I do not regret the theater experience. I liked Detective Pikachu more, but it's nice that we're getting good video game movies, and like I said, mark my words, the next big trend in movies, just like Marvel and comic book stuff has been, it's gonna be video games. They're gonna like, any property that we've seen that could be profitable is gonna be a TV series, as it has been already, or a movie. And I think this and Detective Pikachu really kind of paved the way for that, on how to do it with some level of quality. So that's my rant. Slight spoilers for Sonic is, again, the movie was fine. It didn't blow me away. I saw people online, like, upset that people are celebrating mediocrity just because it's a mediocre or better video game movie. Why are we celebrating that? It's like, well, because we've had shit for so long. You know, it's good for the fans, it's good for newcomers, it's fine. It's a fine film. James Marsden was great, but Sanic, there was a drawing of Sanic, there was a no good, there was a chili dog, there was Gotta Go Fast. Gangsta's Paradise was thankfully not in this film. There was some, you know, post-credit sequel bait, which seemed fine. And yeah, it was a fine, fun movie that was enjoyable. I'll be honest, Detective Pikachu was more rewatchable because there were so many scenes where so much was happening. I love the design of Detective Pikachu. I love the way you could look in the background and see a million different things. This movie didn't really have that. This movie was a reconnaissance. There's also 2 instances of Sonic feet, which made me a little upset, along with the flossing, but I guess you take what you can get. Even if it is a decent video game movie and there's some fucking Quentin Tarantino-esque feet shots, it's like, alright, fine. Yeah, I wanna do the next Sonic movie, you know? The jokes kind of fell a little flat here and there, but some of them were actually pretty I caught myself laughing out loud more times than I expected. And I am overall glad I saw a not totally disgusting movie. And I think there's potential for a sequel. And I think there's potential for more video game properties to be movies. And you know, I'm not really a Sonic fan, so the fact that I enjoyed it as much as I did was kind of a surprise even to me. Meow? I'll tell you what, one thing I would love is a scum cut. I need them to release the scum cut of where Sonic looks terrifying and awful. Also, I know every movie just... it's like almost a granted that visual effects are amazing these days. But one thing I definitely noticed was that they went above and beyond in a couple scenes. There's a couple scenes where, like, Robotnik is, like, dancing in front of, like, CG creations. I'm like, that took a team of, like, 30 people, like, a week and a half to do. And I'm like, this poor team that did the best they could and then got fucking shit-canned. There's, like, so much CG. It's not bad CG, it's good CG, and Sonic was not off-putting at all. Like, I felt it didn't hit Uncanny Valley, it was just fine. They only made CGI for the trailer of that design. Oh, fair enough. What I meant was, like, there's just so many little scenes where there's, like, again, that scene with Robotnik, I was like, wait a minute, that seems like an exorbitant amount of special effects for what is ostensibly a dude moving around in place. But yeah, it was good. Decent little movie. I would, if I had to give it like a number score, I'd give it like a 6.5 out of 10, and I don't have, like, maybe 6. I don't do the IGN scale, because for me 5 is average. So I would say this was an above-average entertaining movie. And that's coming from a non-Sonic fan. Vinny, wrong way. Oh. Vinny, there was another new area. Alright. Well, more to look forward to. Now that I'm, like, almost done talking about all of the day's news and all the things that are on my mind, I can pay more attention. But, fuck it, let's see where the run goes. I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. I gotta get the buttons. Buttons are different than Hades. Melee attacks slow down enemies for 0.26 seconds. They won't be able to inflict you with melees for 1 second. That seems cool. You can unlock a weapon at the shop. Yeah, I'm working on it. Vinny, are you going to stream The Witcher 3 again? It's possible. It might not be like an extended Witcher stream. If I get back into it, it might be after Fire Emblem. But again, there's so many big games coming out, you know? Like, we're on the verge of an amazing couple months for video games, so maybe The Witcher isn't gonna happen right away. Vinny, did you see Parasite yet? No. No, I'm waiting. Again, I'm weird with movies. I have to be in the mood for a certain type of movie, and I want to be sure I pay full attention to that movie and not, you know, just half-ass it. You know, and again, like I said, I'm watching true art. When I say I see the Sonic movie, I wanted to... I'm definitely gonna check out Parasite. I'm gonna check out The Lighthouse. I have a lot of catching up to do, and I'm going to, do that. But lately I've been just kind of watching YouTube and, like, new episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm and Captain Picard, the slowest paced show in the history of fucking shows. That whole show is just, you son of a bitch, I'm not in! And then later it's, alright, I'm in! And it's like episode 5 and they're still recruiting their fucking initial crew. Many of whomst are unlikable. at least, what's his name? Rios? There's a captain who's got his own holograms, who I like. And he's, he really grew on me. So... But anyway, yeah, point is... I haven't seen Parasite yet. Powerful grenade. Cool. What about the Dragon Quest movie? I forgot it even existed until you just mentioned it. I'd like to see that at some point too. But okay, so my days are usually pretty busy, and I like to keep busy. And I'm not home a lot during the day, alright? Uh-oh. And, after my stream, I have like about 45 minutes to an hour of watching something. So that's just enough for one TV show. Otherwise, it's like 2 sessions of a movie. So after my stream, I like to chill out, watch something before bed. But a full hour and a half, 2-hour movie usually gets split in 2. And that's not the ideal way for me to watch a movie, or anyone really, but... So I tend to need to reserve some time to watch a full movie. Have you seen the Castlevania Season 3 trailer? Yeah, I talked about that on stream a bit. I'm just whatever it is. It's more Trevor Belmont and Sypha and Alucard. And just fucking give it to me. I love it. I want it. Wasn't there a leaked thing? There was like a leaked series that people were talking about. There's gonna be like a leaked anime series for another movie. Not a movie, a video game TV show. The Witcher has been oh, Diabler. Diabler. Yeah, they mentioned that there's gonna be a Diabler anime series. So we'll see what that's all about. I mean, hey, Konami is complete fucking garbage right now, but Castlevania's good. Show. There was another thing, what was the other goddamn thing I wanted to mention? So, I feel like there's so much that I stored in my brain that I wanted to talk about. Vinny, what major video game company isn't shit right now? Well, you must... I'm sorry you're that cynical. Like, a lot? I mean, there's varying degrees of shit, but I'd say there's a lot of companies that are pretty good. I really love what Capcom's been doing, as the chat has been saying. Nintendo needs to release some more fucking games, but the Switch is good, the games are mostly good. They also have some other problems that I am very quick to acknowledge in regards to their online, etc. A lot of indie developers are great. Yacht Club Games has their own direct that they're gonna be doing. So I'm kinda curious to see what they're gonna do. I like Yacht Club. FromSoft, Devolver, someone said, Platinum, Square Enix, well... I think the Square Enix one is a hit or miss. Oh right, that's what that is. Someone said Insomniac. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a lot of... We got Doom Eternal from id. I mean, the publisher's Bethesda, but we get a lot of decent, you know, companies making good games to look forward to. And we could just keep going and keep going and keep going. I think that's a very, very cynical look to say that there's no good companies. And you didn't, I'm putting words in your mouth, but... Ow. Vinny, do you think BioWare will redeem Anthem? I've not played Anthem, so I don't know what's bad about it. I've only heard. I think that BioWare is sadly not what they used to be, like so many other properties, like so many other people that have been purchased by EA. It's like Blizzard right now, right? So Blizzard made a big shitty mistake with Warcraft 3. When I say mistake, I mean they just didn't put the effort into it. Their reputation from over the years went from amazing to, like, absolute trash. They could still kind of turn that around if they tried. Maybe not entirely turn it around, but they could course correct a little bit. So, for example, do I think Blizzard's gonna fix Warcraft 3? They released one patch, which fixed a couple things, and it's been radio silence from here on out. Now, I'm not saying we need informations right away, but boy, it would be nice for people that, you know, love that game and want to see it fixed up and improved. 2 extra jumps in midair, poisons enemies that wound you. That's really good. I really like those extra jumps. Bethesda's reputation's pretty trash. Did they fix Fallout 76? That's a genuine question. I have no idea if they did. I know they introduced a bunch of ways to give them more money. Some people are saying it's worse now. And then you look at No Man's Sky, and I just mentioned earlier that there was a big patch where they're fixing up the game even further and adding new content like meat ships, and it's just been patch after patch after patch, all free, all substantial. It's, you know, the initial shock of what that company did that sucks, and I am very easy to acknowledge that. I have no problem acknowledging what they did, but I give them credit for turning the ship around and making something genuinely playable. In fact, in chat, when I mentioned No Man's Sky... Oh, cool. It's one of the first times where only a couple people made the disgusted face. Usually, like, 10% or more. Only a couple people made the disgusted face. That was it. Blizzard, disgusted face. Fallout, disgusted face. Anthem, disgusted face. That's how you can tell where a company is. How many people post that face? What's the name of that emote? Dan's Game. If you want to really tell, like, how good a game is or a company is or what the reputation is like, go into a big Twitch chat and find out how many people are posting that Dan's Game. That will get you a good indication. What about Battlefront 2? I haven't played Battlefront 2 in about a month, but I'll be the first to say that the limited time I spent with it, with $12 I spent on the game, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I didn't feel like I had to pay to win anything. I enjoyed the visuals, the gameplay. I thought the characters were all cool. It's a little light compared to original Battlefront 2, and it still has the stink. You know? You know what the stink I'm talking about is. But overall, yeah, there's an improvement there. Oh, I can't get that amulet. My other one's better. Internet historian's video on No Man's Sky probably helped a lot with people who were paying attention to it. Well, another interesting thing that happened, I'm sorry for rambling so much and not paying as much attention to the game just yet, but I have things that I'd like to say with human words, is that when I played Warcraft 3 last night, the amount of misinformation in chat based on the initial garbage was kind of astounding. People actually were asking me, Vinny, how did you get a playable copy of Warcraft 3? Vinny, how are you playing online? Vinny, there's no shadows. How are you able to play? Like, you know, shit like that. Like, there were so many outlandish things, and some of it was based in reality, but the thing is, even though some of it was a little bit blown out of proportion, some of it was specifically fixed, there are still a lot of people that, in their mind, how is this game even playable? Like, this game has a 0.5 on Metacritic from review bombing, and in a lot of people's minds that don't pay full attention, the first thing they hear, the initial shock of the news story, is what they remember. Oh my god, that's cool. Kill enemies nearby first, I want that. And, you know, part of the reason, I can't even really blame people. And this is gonna seem like one of those, like, obvious opinions, but I think part of the reason it's like that is because we are so inundated with informations all the time. There's always a new thing. Every day there's a new news topic. Every day the world is ending. And then it gets worse the day after. Every day there's a new controversy in video games in particular. And it's just hard to keep up. And so you only get that one tidbit, that one thing, that big story, and then you move on because, you know, there's a lot of different shit that's happening every day, and you're getting all of that. If you lived in the forest in 1874, I don't know why the forest specifically, but you might hear one major piece of news. Lincoln's been assassinated. And then you dwell on that for like a month and a half, and then you get the next piece of news, which is Bessie, the prize-winning pony, shit a golden turd. And you're like, wow, Bessie, how'd you do that? And then the rest of the time is just like, well, how's the chickens doing? And, you know, the cows and... oh, the tree! The tree came down. Vinny, I think part of it is that legitimate controversy sells, and a lot of this is what Red Letter Media has said, a bunch of non-troversy. However, I do think that the Blizzard, my opinion on the Blizzard thing is that Blizzard needed to be blasted. They need to be put on blast for what they did, and for what they continue to do. And people went a little hard with the blasting, but I understand where it's coming from. It's not just people being like, oh, we're gonna troll Blizzard. No, I think people are sick of their shit. So anyway, I started blasting! Someone said, yeah, it's necessary, but then people become rabid as fuck. Well, I think with Blizzard, what happens is, it's the schadenfreude is so good, the suck juice is so tasty, that people from the outside hear about it and join in, because maybe they never liked Blizzard. Maybe they just like to fuck with people. Maybe they just like the negativity, it feels good, you know, and it's just like... But then again, in a week, people forget, people move on, and no one cares. Unless it's Blizzard. In which case, people are just gonna remember forever. But that's the problem with video games, is people can forget, and then 2 years later you go to release your game, and it's like, hey, wait a minute, is this good? And in the case of Call of Duty, people just buy it anyway, so... It's like, yeah, you can review bomb the fuck out of something, but if you buy it, or their next game... whatever, you know what I'm talking about, it's a lot. I'm just, kind of screaming into the void. I know a lot of people agree and are contributing to the conversation, but it's just, it's a lot of, it's a lot of suck juice, and I don't think that negativity is necessarily good for one human. Anyway, this is new. Flashing fans. Repelling a projectile causes you to inflict critical hits for 8 seconds. Cool. Vinny, why I wouldn't buy a game that I want to play? Yeah, now that's interesting. There were people that... Remember that boycott of Call of Duty? That people were saying, I'm boycotting this game because we don't like the practices. and then everyone played it. I don't know what that sentence was, but I think I know what you mean. Modern Warfare 2 had no dedicated servers, so people were gonna, like, boycott it, and then, everyone bought it anyway, so... what's a good one to get here, chat? Any ideas? Boycott Pokemon becomes the best-selling title in the series. Oh, you remember that one? Do you remember when people were actually harassing other people for buying Pokemon? That was fun. That's where I draw the line. Like, I get it, you want to make a statement to a company, you don't want to buy it. Maybe you're just like, hey, listen, friends o' mine, maybe you don't buy this game. Maybe vote with your wallet. But then, like, harassing someone because they want to, like, literally catch a Pikachu and then, like, feed it some berries because they're just, like, a casual fan. You know... I gotcha, pal. Oh, can't reflect that. It's my pal right here. This is my fella. There we go. Powerful grenade. I have a better one. Alright, shovel. Knocks back enemies and bombs. And what's this new thing? Flint. Alright. Vinny, my girlfriend dumped me because I enjoy Persona 5. Oh my god. Don't even fucking. Oh god. Vinny, recycle. Oh, I forgot about the recycle function. Okay. Forge. Did I not spend myself? Oh, hold the attack to inflict a critical hit and create a flaming trail dealing 162 damage. Cool. Vinny, what do you hope to see in a future general Nintendo Direct? Anything Arlo wants to see, I'd probably want to see as well. I can give you a couple, but first I want to say I listened to more of the Tame Impala album, and I can very safely say that it is my least favorite album of theirs. However, only by a little bit. There's a lot that doesn't hook me. There's a lot that I didn't find particularly interesting. It sounds very comfort zone, but all the singles I love, even though I like Borderline better from the previous one. I really, really like Breathe Deeper a lot. On Track is pretty good. And I was gonna say, I really like One More Year. It grew on me. I didn't love it at first, but it really grew on me. So, those are the songs that are standouts. I have to listen to it more. I have no problem listening to more of it, but I just wanted to update for people who have been curious. It's probably going to sit at number 4 for me, but that doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. Posthumous Forgiveness is great. That might be my favorite. Or, oh man. It Might Be Time. I think It Might Be Time is one of my favorite songs of theirs, period. I love that song so much. The good songs on that album, even though the final track is... It doesn't really go too many places, but I really enjoy it for, like, as an ending track. But yeah, it doesn't have the same kind of quality to me that the previous records did. It feels... Like I said, it feels like an album of overthinking. I say that knowing full well I will be judged on my own music. But I do really enjoy those singles a lot. That fucking Post-Animal album, though, is great. For anyone that wants to listen to some really good psychedelic shit, Post-Animal put out a new album. I forget the name of it. It's a weird one. It's got a weird name, but it's really cool. Vinny, opinions are opinions, and you're entitled to yours. I try not to be a cunt about it. I mean, you know, I like to be as fair as possible, but I also like to see the positives and negatives of a thing. Like Fire Emblem, I think is a mostly great game, but like I said, I chose the wrong difficulty. I have no problem with the Black Eagle's house, but the difficulty has been bumming me out pretty heavily. That said, there is a trip that the main character wanted me to go on, and I went on the trip, and I know there's a lot of big stuff ahead, so I'm still gonna play it, and I'm excited to check out the DLC and see what that's like. Oh, also the amount of strong papignots, to the point where I've had people be like very shitty, like really, really shitty, just about my choice of picking a house. Wow. I had no idea it was... I'm glad I'm not streaming the whole game. That's some crazy shit. I think that game is supposed to be played, like, the goal of that game is, like, how do you want to play it? You know? Like, pick the stuff you want to pick, play it the way you want to play it, class your characters however you want, and that's what it's supposed to be. So yeah, I thought... The weird thing is I thought that, like, people would be happy in some respect that I'm actually giving the game a chance and enjoying it, but... Within that group, now listen closely, within that group is a group within a group, within a group within a group. It turns out when you keep dividing group think further and further, you can almost like fractionate infinitely to the point where no matter who you are or what you do, you're still not a part of that correct group. Estoy grouping. Yeah, subgroups. Subdivisions even. But, yeah, within the Fire Emblem fan base, there's like, if you're not Black Eagle, fuck you. If you're not Blue Lion, fuck you. It's, strange. Very strange. Vinny, are you planning on playing another Dragon Quest game anytime soon? I'm gonna hold off on Dragon Quest. There may come a time in my life where I check out 8, and I'd also probably, get the next Dragon Quest game, 12, like day 1, but I'm not looking to get into the whole series. Listen, I'm a Final Fantasy fan through and through, I'd say. Still haven't played Final Fantasy 5, 12, 3. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much Final Fantasy out there. Haven't played 13, haven't played 11, 14. I know those are MMOs, but... I want to try something. Yeah, this fan's okay. I kind of want a bow and arrow. It's cool. Are you going to check out the free bonus content update for Blasphemous when it drops? Probably not. I liked Blasphemous, but I feel like I got my, time out of it. I didn't even know there was a free content update. Someone said there's a scroll. Did I miss a scroll? Chat? The star on the map? Is that what that is? You just got it? Oh. Oh, okay. I thought someone said I missed one. God, this game is still so fucking fun, though. Like, really... just getting back into it and remembering how fun it is to play. It's like, goddamn. What a great game. So my ideal Nintendo Direct would be Smash character announcement number 1 for DLC Pack 2. The character could be anyone, I don't care. Just, I like the excitement of the character announcement. As long as it's not anyone from the Golden Deer house, in Fire Emblem, that's fine. Gotcha. So, I would be fine with, an announcement starting with the new character. And then I would love to see maybe a Metroid Prime trilogy, including a brief trailer for Metroid Prime 4. Or the rumored 2D Metroid that we've been hearing about. That's either a Super Metroid remake or an entirely new game. That would be ideal. Pikmin 4 is announced. And, of course, the usual stuff. A trailer for Breath of the Wild 2. I hope it's not a Super Metroid remake. It doesn't need a remake. But if it's a new one, if it exists and it's a new one, I'd be very happy. And, N64 games on the Virtual Console thing that is kinda shitty. Like 2 N64 games a month in addition to the Super Nintendo. That won't happen though, because they just barely dug into the Super Nintendo library. So I think it's gonna be another 2 years before we see N64. Poisoned enemies that wound you. Yeah, I like this one better. I don't expect anything F-Zero or Star Fox, but if I had to choose one for a Direct, I would say it's an F-Zero game that is... Vinny Recycle? All right. Thank you, chat. To remember to do that more often. I would say an F-Zero game that's $20 that either looks like an, you know, like kind of a minimal F-Zero game. Maybe it even looks like the Super Nintendo F-Zero or GBA F-Zeros. Maybe not that. But like a minimal F-Zero with a track editor and an online mode for 20 bucks. Like, I know they don't know what to do with the series, but they could probably just release that and make a killing. I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, I'd rather them go to the hilt with F-Zero, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And then, I guess, end the direct with another surprise, which is Mario Party DLC, finally. I'm actually joking. No, and the direct with, obviously, some third-party games, a couple of, hang on a second. Be right with you, chat. Weird. Okay. No one's getting banned or anything. Obviously some third-party stuff. Maybe a GTA port or something like that. Or just, like, I don't know, Spelunky 1 and 2 announced for Switch. Which GTA? It doesn't matter. Just more things to play on the Switch is fine. I know that's what they usually do. They usually bolster their announcements with some ports. I know the Switch doesn't have the most powerful hardware, so I don't expect... Let's just say I'm not expecting... you know... Horizon Zero Dawn. I'd love to see Halo on the Switch. I know Microsoft and Nintendo have like a kind of a better relationship. I would definitely not mind the Halo Master Chief Edition on the Switch. It would run well. It would be good. How about this? Castlevania Collection. Did that Castlevania Collection ever come out on the Switch? Does anyone remember that? What was that thing? What was it? What games were on there again? It wasn't the Igavanias. It was 1, 2, 3, and 4 and Kid Dracula. Okay. Igavania Collection announced. Symphony of the Night, GBA games, DS games. That's 7 games in one pack, which they wouldn't do. They would probably split that into 2 packs, but... And then my final announcement, you know, we have one more thing that we want to show you, and it's Paper Mario, proper Paper Mario, back to RPG, Thousands of Doors style. I'm struggling here, chat, for some reason. My main weapon is very, very slow. So that would be my realistic, somewhat realistic, dream Nintendo Direct. You know, revive an old franchise, even on a limited basis. Get us some Smash character, Breath of the Wild 2, Metroid Prime Trilogy, Metroid Prime 4 info, maybe some Bayonetta 3. Get that Paper Mario in there, get it good. I lose my jumps, but I think this is probably better overall. Platinum has some big news next week. Platinum's just got a lot of stuff happening right now. Platinum is making moves. in the industry, as they always do, but lately it just feels like there's always something platinum happening. They're popping off. Yeah, they're like fucking going like cock wild right now, you know? They are like putting a flaccid so yeah, I mean, platinum is great. Recycle the last one. Always forget to recycle. We gotta save this game's environment. There we go. Platinum also got part of itself bought by Tencent, so that's questionable. Oh, I forgot about that. It's a little disappointing, but they claimed Wonderful 101 is not using any of the Tencent money, which is why they needed our money! So, I'm fine. And he needs money! He's all powerful, all knowing, all loving, but he needs money. Yeah, they didn't get bought. I think it's just like partial ownership. Funding? It's no ownership, it's funding. Oh, okay. Funding sounds like a font. Like wingdings and webdings. Fundings. That is now the stupidest thing I've said on stream, and I've said some really stupid shit on stream. I mean, you watched my playthrough of Besiege yesterday. You saw me trying to make a helicopter. By the way, that game was just fantastic. Very eager to return to it. Play more of it? I will. Vinny, talk to the shopkeeper? What happens? Oh. Well, I'll tell you what happens. One, I have to go back up there to recycle. Fuck did he go? Jadajvaj. Jadvajdaj. That is every name in Star Trek Picard. May as well take it. Good luck, you'll need it. 4-pen inflicts a critical hit if the enemy is facing you. What? Pen? Jadajvaj. It seems pretty good. I kinda wish it wasn't level 1. Maybe I don't want this right now. Maybe a future playthrough. You just unlocked it for future runs. Cool. Any new dreams from the dream journal? I had a dream. Oh god. No, that wasn't a speech or anything, but no, I had a dream last night that I don't remember. I'll tell you what, it sucked. Something in the dream sucked, and I decided not to write it down because I wanted to go back to sleep. Like, it was a middle of the night wake up. And I had the option of writing it down or just going back to bed, and I was like, ah, fuck this one. That's all I remember. Because now that I'm trying to write down these dreams, it's making me more conscious of when I have them. and you know, the attempt to even write them down. I think I hummed something into my phone though. I think I got like a little melody last night. Past couple of weeks I've been getting little songs. Yep. Okay, I got lyrics. It's I don't want to see you again. Cool, right? So it's dun 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 dun. I don't want to see you again. That's right, you chat member. Yeah, I don't think that one's gonna be committed to tape anytime soon, but... I don't know. I don't know why or when or why it happens. I said why twice, but... yeah, I just get, like, I hear little, like, songs or whatever, and, in the dreams, I usually, they're, like, someone else's song, or, like a song I've known for years, and then I just kind of wake up and do the best I can to hum it into the phone, and the only song, I've said this before, but the only song that I got almost 100% was From the Stars. Every other song has changed varying degrees, between 10 and like 50 to 70%. And I just used whatever I had and was like, oh, this could be a cool song. But From the Stars is like 98% there. That was kind of creepy. Like I remembered the whole thing. So it looks like I need a key. But yeah, most of my dreams are just like weird abandoned strip malls or like some like deep loss or like some really fucked up subconscious fear of the deep ocean or whatever. Sometimes they're just like me just walking, going about my daily life. I think I did this thing. But yeah, nothing new since that Tommy Wiseau dream. I see one potential spot. Missed bag. Watched an interesting video today that I wanted to talk about. Forgot what it was. I guess it wasn't that interesting. Man, I am very powerful right now. There's some, like, serious fucking power in my arsenal. I can't believe this. I can't believe how many of these fucking things I'm finding, these scrolls. Isn't a scroll a shapeshifter in the Marvel Universe? Vinny Jewel? Who, the singer? Oh, that. Who will save your soul? What do you need? I think I'm gonna replace the whip with ice shards. I'm not even looking at synergies at the moment. Which, I guess I should, but for now, I feel like I'm kind of a little bit overpowered. Oh man, there's a thing in there, there's a shield. I mean, it definitely does its job. It's like a little short-range burst. And it helps with this weapon, so it gives me a chance to, like, you know, wind up the strike. If you get oil, it becomes beast. That sounds cool. Again, if anyone's wondering, this is the Switch version. You can tell by the every now and then, like, split-second micro-lag, which they mostly fixed. Mostly. Fuck, that's the bell tower key. Fuck. Just went the wrong way. Good warp. I want to find out, I've been trying to think about this the whole time. I want to find out what that video is. I want to go to my history real quick and see. Gordon Ramsay making burgers on the grill? No, that wasn't it. Oh, why all movies from 1999 are the same from Now You See It. About cubicle movies. And it was talking about how they're like... I mean, it's a clickbait title, but it's talking about, like, how it was a relative time of, like, relative, like, peace and stability, and a lot of movies were about, like, working in a fucking cubicle, or an allegory of being, like, bored with the monotony of your job. Like The Matrix, for example. Office Space, even Fight Club. And being John Malkovich, I was like, yeah, that's kind of weird. I wonder what that's about. What is going on there? It turns out a lot of these movies do kind of have some angle. Vinny Clock Room. Huh. This clock room up here. There we go. Got it. Yeah, it was just a really good 10-minute video essay, and I was like, wow, I love all of these movies. 1999 had some great fucking movies. Merchandise categories. The merchants will offer a wider range of categories. I like that one. Boy, progression is slow there. Dark City? Dark City's great. Did you see the Vsauce holes video? No, still haven't watched that. I'm just gonna get the mirror. I'm close to unlocking it. May as well. Inflicts critical hits on targets standing in water or covered in oil. If there's a way to get some oil. This is expensive. Alrighty then. Well, goodbye, money. If you put a straw inside of another straw, how many holes do you have? Head like a hole. Black is your soul. Wonder if I could just out-damage this dude. You know, just like stand here, take all the hits. His girl? Oh. Kinda looks like a Twi'lek, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Kill! Die! Okay, well that worked out. Again, I'm just doing a stupid amount of damage. Fire grenade 5. Light speed blueprint. Sadist stiletto. I still think my... Yeah, my big sword's better. My fire grenade... fire grenade's not as good. Yes! Light speed, dash forward, inflict 482 damage to the enemy on the way. Activate again to dash back. Oh, there, little one! I am the dear god! I found my duck mask today. Doing some cleaning. Putting some stuff away. I was like, oh, there's the duck mask. Multiple Nox bow 7. Oh man. I do like me some bows, but the ice shard seems to be better. Yeah, this is a pretty good build. I'll take it. Massive damage plus some good slow. Yeah, this is good. No leaks. What was that one thing I wrote down that ended with no something? It was like a dream. I can't believe I'm asking the chat what a dream was that I had, but someone has to know. I remember no pube? Viral pube. Oh my god, yeah, it was viral pube. And it was something, 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 no something. Vinny, we are your external memory. You are my hard drive. When I go, you will remember my things. It was viral pube. No snake license? Snake on a rope? No snake license, viral pube. And what was the last one? It was no what? Maybe it was no snake license. Viral pube viper, no license? What the fuck, man? I think the context for that is you just activated like a part of my brain that was like a sleeper cell. I think the context was I had a dream, I wrote down the dream, and then that is what I wrote down and I told chat, and no one could interpret it, myself least of all. God damn it. God damn it. Viral pube with a viper on rope. No license. Yep. That was it. How the fuck do you remember that? They're posting links to it? Oh, it was a no context thing. Viral pube with viper on rope. No license. What? What game was I playing? Chat, what game is this? Is this, Outer Worlds? So this was recent then. Like, this was relatively recent. Okay. Well, now that I'm keeping, like, or trying to keep a dream journal of some kind, paying closer attention to my dreams and trying to figure out what they means. And, that one clearly means I need a license for a viral viper pube. So I'm gonna get on that right away. Go. Make a video compiling all of the dream talk. People have made stranger supercuts. Did you ever see the Red Letter Media supercut where it's Mike Stoklaza laughs at the elderly? Because that one keeps getting, like, in my recommendeds for some reason. Just over and over again. I watched it already, but YouTube is like, nah, bro, you want to see this. Oh, for fuck's sake, I've seen it. I synced it. But yeah, I just keep watching it, so it's fine. Someone said, I usually get Rich Evans is defeatable. Oh no, that's a weird one. I got another, there was a Rich Evans one that was getting recommended to me. It was Rich Evans, like, butchers words. I'm like, yes, I know. I am that as well. Jay the Movie Buff, which I still haven't watched that one, but it's just him talking about his knowledge. I guess that's what the name of it is, but it's like him just displaying his knowledge of weird, obscure, artistic sex pervert films. I think that's what it is. If I had to guess, it would be that. Mike Stoklasa really loves Star Trek. Yeah, I've seen those. I've actually watched many of those. I am just fucking steamrolling right now. I mean, the good news, someone said I watch them when I miss Star Trek, and I miss Star Trek a lot. I mean, we all do, but I was listening to a podcast, Star Trek The Next Conversation, where these two writers watch every episode of Star Trek The Next Generation in a row. I've been listening to this podcast on and off, little by little, kind of one episode at a time, for a couple years now. And one writer has never seen Star Trek The Next Generation. The other is a fucking super fan. And they just talk about it, they review it, they literally watch it, and you can hear the audio, and then they discuss it, like, live. And it's interesting. Boy, do they not like Picard. And one of the writers is friends with Jonathan Frakes, and they still pull no punches. They joke about the mystery box. At one point, you know how in Mortal Kombat, the dude goes, Toasty! They joke about how J.J. Abrams is gonna, like, appear at the side of the screen and go, mystery box! They talk about the, you know, all the Romulans, like, they're just not fans. And so this is a show that has had Jonathan Frakes call in, and they've had discussions with him. And I listened to the one with the episode where they, I got through some of it, but the one that he directed, the most recent one, and they pulled zero punches. As opposed to Will Wheaton, aka this character is the best character Star Trek has ever seen. Rafti, because she is a flawed character. Star Trek Picard is the best show I've ever seen. It's like, yeah, I don't know about that, buddy. Shut up, Wesley. I'm just gonna keep the broadsword. Vinny, I know you didn't like the Green Day album. Which songs did you end up vibing to? I don't remember if I liked any of the songs, but the worst part is I don't remember any of the songs. And I don't really want to listen to it again, because I have a lot of other stuff I'd like to listen to instead. I really am not just saying that to get in on the meme. Be like, yeah, dude, new Green Day sucks. Praise the sun, look. Solaire. But yeah, I just didn't like it. What about the slow rush? I talked about that earlier in the stream. Can I have the key? Vinny, what is the worst album you've ever listened to? Probably Blood Bagel. No, I secretly like that album. I listened to Corey Feldman's album, if that counts. I mean, I know he meant well. He did his best. That was a hard album to listen to. Yeah! Flint unlocked. Oh, cool. It looks awesome. That is so cool. I'm still not gonna use it though because this setup is too good. Please. Just do some modifier, reforge, whatever. Let's see what I get. Bleeding, burning. Just do a poison target. Poisons the enemy. So grenades poison. I don't make anything bleed. Do you bleed? It's my favorite line from a movie I've never seen. Do you bleed? Oh, your saws. Oh, the saws bleed. That's good.
Superman, you think you can rule the world, but I, the Shockmaster, rule the world.
I've defeated this boss one time previously, if I'm not mistaken. That's not good. Yes! Yes! Get fucked! Wow. That went very, very well. Telluric shock. Five boss cells required. Did you listen to the Pearl Jam new song yet? No, I haven't, actually. Is it good? Is it better than the first single? And I liked the first single. Vinny, press R3. I forgot about that. What am I doing with this slime? chat. Oh. You liked it? I think I kind of want to see Pearl Jam live. Because I never have. But yeah, that worked. It was a good run. I mean, we didn't see a ton of the DLC stuff, but I might do that very quickly. And just change the difficulty up a little bit. Okay, so what do I get here for this? I get the gold, some gold, residual cells. Okay, so 40 leftover cells. And, right, so this is the one I want to do. Reduces number of health fountains. Improve the legendary forge. Okay. Hope I get to keep those cells. Dum Dum will happen. Soon. I'll probably die. This run's probably gonna be like death. Oil. Vinny, could buy 40 cells? Oh, no, I gotta get those 40 cells. I'm gonna spend those cells, don't worry. It'll happen. I mean, I am the gamer that beat this game live on stream, remember? Oof. Some pretty heavy damage there for that. Everything's fine, though. I have a nice bow. Everything's good. Some cake. Fuck! Even the regular enemies are just kind of scaring the shit out of me now. Also, this is a very good example of early access done right. As many of you are probably aware, considering the earlier versions of this game felt pretty imbalanced, and they took a lot of feedback, changed up so many of the systems in this game, aside from just adding new content. Like, they pretty much reworked the whole fucking progression of this game. The only thing that remained was how, like, good the gameplay was, which was there pretty much from the start, if I remember correctly. But this thing has evolved in the best possible way, and I'd imagine the community around it helped out quite a bit. Never underestimate the green zombie damage. You're right. Vinny, look for the vine. It's an interesting thing to say to me. I am the vine. No, you're divine! Also, chat, and a thing I noticed in the movie theater, a couple things. There were several movie previews where it was baby version of Thing. Baby SpongeBob. Baby Scooby. There was even Baby Sonic at the beginning of the movie. And Keanu Reeves. fucking Keanu Reeves is going to be in a SpongeBob movie, right? And there was Keanu Reeves footage in Sonic, so it's Baby and Keanu Reeves. Reddit has taken over movies. And Baby Keanu Reeves. I guess that's the deal with the SpongeBob franchise, is that, like, you have to have a big celebrity cameo, like David Hasselhoff. At this time, everyone loves Keanu, so... Listen, I'm not gonna go so far around, because Keanu's everywhere, where I don't like Keanu because I'm sick of hearing about him, because I genuinely like the guy quite a bit, and I don't think he needs to be shoehorned into everything. I just like his movies, I like him, I think he's nice. But I feel the growing resentment for this guy because of how often he's being just plugged into things. And I'm starting, not from me necessarily, but from others. And as you know, hatred can be kind of contagious. And I'm trying not to let that cynicism define who this man is to me, because I don't even fucking know him. But I like his acting when it's good and not like a cardboard box. Because that was one of the main complaints about The Matrix, was that Keanu was extremely wooden. And you know what? That's kind of the role, isn't it? The Matrix, he was supposed to be that kind of guy. He's like the audience surrogate in so many ways, and I feel like it worked really well for that film. And he was great in Bill and Ted. I grew up watching the Bill and Ted movies. He's funny, fit the role really well. And I also like him in John Wick, as he plays this stoic, silent, brooding type really well as well. You gotta play to your strengths, people. And Keanu knows his strengths, and he's doing his thing. What was Keanu even doing between the last Matrix movie and John Wick? It's not much. Constantine. He did The Devil's Advocate, which I liked. I didn't think his performance was amazing. The accent was rough, but I liked the movie. He makes motorcycles. I've never seen Constantine. Looking homeless on a bench? Okay. I remember that memes. Vinny, what do you think about Ninja's "it's just a game" tweet? I don't really like to shit talk other people that do what I do on some level. Like, I don't think it's worth it. I don't like the stress of it. I don't really pay attention most of the time, but this tweet Ninja made where he's talking about how, like, you should get angry at games. It's not just a game, and anyone who says that isn't gonna go far in life, or whatever he said. It was a really bizarre tweet. My take on it is, just let people play games however they want, dude. I saw a couple reply tweets about, you know, like how he was a big jerk, all that stuff, and whatever. Listen, I don't know the guy. Very successful YouTuber, people seem to love him. I just think play however you want. If you want to play like that, I think you can be competitive and still not get angry. You know? So... And then another reply to that thread was, you only play one game? Mixer, you mean? Oh yeah, Mixer, yeah. But everyone could play the games different. Like, some people are competitive, some people don't give a shit. I don't really care. I mean, I'm not a very competitive or particularly good gamer. I get a little competitive in Smash because I like to succeed, and because it's fun to win and, like, play very well. Like, I had a good match with Palutena the other day, and I was like, hey, that felt really good. but it's a hard thing to keep up with, and I guess I just don't have the energy or the drive to get that mad at video games, to want to excel at them, because I play a lot of different games, and I like to just play a variety of things all the time. So I'm not that kind of guy. But I don't think, you know, whatever, let's just, however you want to play a game is up to you. Mental. Someone said that guy can't handle any ribbing. He's gonna write a book on how to be a good gamer. Dude needs to lighten up. No. Yeah, I think you kind of have to have a sense of humor about yourself. I don't know if he does or not. Like I said, I don't follow him, but it's like... It's good to be able to take a little bit of a ribbing. Unless people are just being assholes for no reason. But... online, when you have that many followers, maybe you can't help that. And for the record, I have definitely gotten mad at video games. Absolutely have. You've heard it, but not like, ooh, not like, too frequently, and also not, like, for a competitive reason. Mainly because, like, I died at a final boss or something. I don't think. Maybe I have. Maybe, who knows? At this point, I don't remember. but I've definitely gotten mad at video games, but not necessarily because I wanted to be the best in the world. God knows that's not gonna happen. I know my limitations. Mushroom Boy acquired. My limitations are that I don't have the drive or reflexes or brain power to be a professional gamer. So I just make the funny Speen voice, and that seems to work well enough for me. Place in Mario Kart calls my name. There is, I can't believe I'm gonna mention this again on stream, but Call of Duty, new Call of Duty, Modern Warfare Call of Duty, has a Battle Royale mode. It's not out yet. I think they said March it's coming out, and I think it's gonna be free to play. So they're trying to, like, really get into the Battle Royale industry, even though they have already, or they tried to, with, Blackout last year. Or 2018, which was good, by the way. I thought it had some merit. Fuck. Oof. But yeah, I can't believe they're doing Battle Royale again. I'm gonna do one more quick run on this difficulty. Very quick, because I'm likely going to die. But, Dum Dum will be up soon. I don't know how much more of that game there is. Great, now Modern Warfare will be around 200 gigs because of the Battle Royale mode. Yeah, that's the new model, chat. That's the new model for video games. Look at what Blizzard did with Warcraft 3. That, I mean, all the other shit that Blizzard did with Warcraft 3 aside, you now have to download like 60 gigs and have that on your computer at all times. I know space, you know, hardware, hard drives are becoming cheaper, but it's like, dude, not everyone has that much hard drive space. Like, give us a choice on what we want to download. games aren't compressed properly, or rather they don't compress them at all. Chat's saying that the games are intentionally not compressed. And then you have, yeah, I mean, my ISP doesn't have a data cap, but some people have to deal with that shit. Imagine having to download 60 or 50 gigs just to play Warcraft 3. A game from 2012 that was a 600 megabyte game at one point. It sucks, man. That said, I liked Modern Warfare. I didn't put a ton of time into it. But, you know, that's also because there were a million other great games that came out last year, and I was not about to play more Call of Duty than those other games. But it was good. I enjoyed it, and I feel like I'm curious to see what they're going to do with this Battle Royale mode. If anything, that could possibly define it from anything else on the market right now. I don't have high hopes, but I would check it out. I haven't played a Battle Royale in a long time. I'm kind of over it, but I wouldn't mind seeing what's going on. Tetris 99. Oh, Tetris 99 is great. But yeah, I haven't played that in a while. Here we go. FF7 Remake is about 100 gigs. I don't even know how much space I have on my PS4. That's amazing. Listen, I tried, chat. Tried to get that arrow through there, it wasn't happening. That means I'm gonna have to delete Galgun just to play Final Fantasy VII Remake. And you know what? I'm not sure it's worth it. Delete Death Stranding instead. Well, hang on a minute. I have the physical disc of that game. Did it download too? Like, is Death Stranding also like 100 gigs or 50 gigs on my hard drive? Yes. I forgot about that because I don't remember much of that stuff. All discs now do that. Is that because of loading times that they're trying to speed up? And day one patches and stuff. Who runs games from discs anymore? I'm wondering if Xbone Sex and PlayStation predictable number is going to... I'm wondering if these things are both going to have disk drives. At this point, I'm not so sure they will. Oh, backwards compatibility. They'd have to make all the games available for download. Yeah, they will. Cool bow. So, yeah. The Switch has, you know, the cartridges, and you can fit a lot of data on them. But that also leads to the Switch tax and various other things. I think... Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but didn't The Witcher have... Or there was a game that had the largest Switch cartridge yet. What game was that? 32 gigs for Switcher 3? It was the Switcher. Now that was confirmed to be the largest one yet at that time. The 32 gig one. Witcher 3 is 68 gigs on PS4 and PC. What's the Switch tax? Games that cost a certain amount of money on other consoles end up usually costing a little more on the Nintendo Switch. And some have chalked that up to their proprietary cartridges, and some say that Nintendo just charges a lot to license their games on Switch. So I don't know, take your pick. Someone said a little more AK-60 for every game, no matter how cheap other games are. I mean, that's a broad generalization. I don't think it's every single one. But, yeah, they definitely... Nintendo does not fuck around when it comes to charging a lot of money on their old stuff, their Wii U stuff, whatever it may be. Like, it's a lot of money. At least indie games are still relatively cheap. Most of them. I mean, Devil May Cry is 20 bucks. Devil May Cry 2 is 20 bucks. 3 is 20 bucks. You only need 1 and 3 anyway, and that's 40 bucks, which is the collection on other consoles is Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3, and that's 40 bucks, so you just get rid of that. $60 for Tropical Freeze, which did not need to happen. Vinesauce, you're cheap, boy. I mean, I did spend $50 on Snack World, so... I think it's important to note that this is not about spending $60 on a game that came out on the Wii U for me. You know, like Tropical Freeze is a great game, but it was a 4-year-old game they ended up charging full price. This is kind of just a consumer discussion about, like, business practices. I have no problem spending the money on a game if it's good. But there is a Switch tax, and there's many, many examples, and I think it's worth talking about. And I think it's one of Nintendo's shittier practices. Oof, that fucking hurt. Resident Evil Collection on Switch was a ripoff since RE4 on cart, while 5 and 6 you got download via voucher. All 3 games combined is a little under 30 gigabytes. Shit. Yeah, I was shocked when Fire Emblem 3 Houses went on sale for 33% off. A week... First of all, fine, fair enough, but a week after I bought the game, I was like, But the fact that it went on sale at all, that's a first-party Nintendo title, and those almost never go on sale. They do like a player's choice thing several years later if you're lucky, but Nintendo games just cost full price almost fucking forever. This area is tough on this difficulty, holy shit. God. Did Vinny inhale helium? Check your Frankerface Z settings and make sure the compressor isn't on. That changes the audio quality. Vinny, makes me think though, not that I'm excusing Nintendo's practices of never having sales, but why is a game expected to be worth less for being a few years old? It's... I guess it maybe originated from a business practice of, alright, this game sold really well on initial release, and now we need to sell the remaining copies. Maybe it's something to do with, you know, if it's on sale a couple years after, it'll sell better, and not necessarily because it has to be because it's old. But Steam, I think, proved that sales, and substantial sales, lead to a lot of money. Steam has devalued games a lot. I mean, the PC market was kinda dead by the time Steam started really getting going, and they turned the PC into a fairly profitable and desirable market. So I'd say they did exactly what they had to, and they also introduced the idea of, you know, a service that's both like kind of user-friendly, consumer-friendly, something that makes you want to continue collecting games, buying games, and they showed that, you know, if you're pro-consumer, in that way at least, people will be encouraged to buy more and not fucking pirate every single game. Piracy was a very, very, very real problem for PC games. Probably still is, but when you have a game that goes on sale 50% off, you know, and it's just easy to not pirate it and have it and play with other people online and get updates for like, you know, 20 bucks, 30 bucks. You almost want to just have it on Steam anyway, because fuck the hassle of pirating it. I mean, it worked. It made the, you know, PC market valuable. So, it devalued games a little bit, you could argue that. I'd say it pretty much goddamn saved the market. Kind of took some of the power away from the console games being, you know, this has to be designed for console first, which was holding back the industry, I feel. You know, because it's gotta be designed for console, these specifications, on disc, with this, this, and this. You don't, people are posting question marks. Some people know what I'm talking about, some people are... Maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but very quickly, I'll sum it up. Which is that it was a very, very desirable thing for someone to not base a game around a PC version, because it wasn't as profitable. So, what do? You do the console version, focus on that, and then you do the PC port later. And usually PC ports are pretty fucking lazy. And because they had to, like, deal with whatever console was currently in the lead, you could have a game engine or visuals 5 years old, and not even by PC standards, but by just general standards of, like, this game looks 5 years old. As opposed to now. I mean, they're still doing that, but less so, and I feel like PC ports have gotten better. Someone said, do people really not understand this? I guess not. I also think that there are a lot of people that mostly play console games and don't really have a... I'm about to die. This game is hard. Paying attention would have helped, but it's still pretty difficult. And I think maybe some people just don't care. I mean, listen, visuals are always secondary. Fuck, I play the Switch. You know, I'm playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. That game looks like ass 80% of the time. 20% of the time it looks pretty good. But, you know, I was, like, considering getting the Switcher. This is not a good-looking game. So visuals are nice, and I like having beautiful games. Definitely like having beautiful games. But it's not everything. But when the industry is beholden to 5-year-old hardware that's designed to be, like, kind of really inexpensive to begin with, you're gonna have, you have a lag time. You're gonna have to wait for the next console generation before you start utilizing better hardware. Yeah, the Switcher. Witcher 3 on the Switch, yes. Which the new patch, apparently, I saw some video footage of it, and it does look good. Well, not good. I wouldn't say good precisely, but it looks playable. And, better than it did. But that's why I was considering getting it, because it's like, alright, I can play on the go and then just transfer my save files over to the PC version. And when I'm home, I can make the game look really, really good on my computer. But I can make progress, do some side quests, explore a little bit on the Switch. Vinny, have you heard the rumors that PS4 costs over... You mean PS5 costs over $400 to make? I heard the rumors that it's $450 to make PS5. And they are waiting for Microsoft to announce their price, and they can adapt accordingly. I mean, oh, shit. Most consoles sell at a loss for a while. So, if Microsoft was smart, hear me out, this is a dumb idea, but if they were smart, they would make the Xbox Sex price $800, Sony would do $700, and then they would undercut with another announcement. Be like, nope, $400. $599 US. Alright, this turned into a lot of bullshitting. Anyway, this game is still great. I'd like to play it again one day, and, spend more time, looking at the DLC stuff, and, genuinely putting my all into it. But now that I've gotten a feel for the game, I feel like I could probably, make some progress, put a dent in it. But yeah, the next console generation is going to be very interesting, and seeing what Nintendo does, like, are they gonna pivot? They said they don't even consider Sony and Microsoft competition, because they're in a completely different market. And they kind of are, they're in the crust graphics market. But portable. I have no idea what's gonna happen this next console generation. Microsoft doesn't announce their, sales anymore. They don't have sales figures that are public, which is a good thing to do if you're not doing very well. Sony has been dominating this generation. Will they continue to dominate? Will they have the games? Will people even care if they have the games and just buy the PlayStation brand up? Find out next year. Same place, same time. It's gonna be interesting, and I'm very excited to see where these things go. Will Microsoft eventually go multi-platform? They're already releasing so much of their stuff on PC. They're bringing, Cuphead to Switch. Who knows? It's a lot of questions. A lot of questions. E3 this year is going to be very interesting. Oh, wait, no Sony. But aside from that, it'll still be interesting, I think. Hell, even PAX next week is going to be fun. I can't wait. See what the fuck happens. Alright, I've ranted. This was a fun rant. I enjoyed. Hope I wasn't too shitty. Yeah, too shitty. All right. I will be back. I'm going to take a quick break, play a song, and then Dum Dum up next. Just in time. I'm just gonna play an Eagles death metal song that I've played on stream before, but I don't care. I like it. Couldn't think of anything else to play.